Hey everyone, it's me, the Dumb Fanatic, and welcome to week 6 of the Pokemon Premier League. Last week, a spoiler warning for you, in case you haven't seen yet, we did manage to beat Game Dex 2-0, I believe it was. So that now puts us 4-1 for the season, and actually at that point, we are number 1 in the Scarlet Division. How that's happened, I do not know. But this week we're up against one of the other contenders for top spot in the division, someone who is also, I believe, 4-1, and that is Leo, aka 6 Foot Hacks. You probably are all aware of who Leo is if you're watching this video anyway. He's been in the draft scene for probably as long as I have, if not longer. He's a very good, strong battler, very consistent player. Always does well in the leagues he's in. So this is probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest, I would say, sort of challenge for us yet this season. So whoever wins this is probably, I say probably, going to lock themselves in for playoffs. If not, it puts them on the cusp of qualifying for playoffs, basically. So yes, the matchup, as you can see on the screen here. He's got Darkrai, Lando T, Terra Crown, Cyclizar, Terra Ogerpon, the Rotom, Diancie, Urshifu, Toxapex, Ditto, Cottony, and Surskit. So as much as I don't want to disrespect Cottony and Surskit, I think we can probably ignore those two when it comes to building our team this week. Darkrai is a threat, and to be honest, it's definitely going to come. I think it's probably... I haven't really got any answers for it. I would say Umbreon is one of my better ones, but it could just run Focus Blast. I'm fearful of Nasty Plot. I think if it's Specs, I can definitely handle it better than if it's just Nasty Plot, because it does outspeed my entire draft, as you can see. So Timid, Max Speed, Nasty Plot is very possible. It can either end game or just break for Leo really efficiently, so I'm quite scared of the Darkrai. Landorus is next. I think Landorus probably will have to come, because Zapdos's matchup without it is very, very nice. I mean, Zapdos's matchup is very nice anyway, but it's extra nice with it. And I think also for Gouging Fire, the Intimidate will be useful. Obviously, Stab Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage to a Gouging Fire, so I very much expect the Landorus to come. I think Crown comes here as a Terra Captain, just because Iron Crown as a Terra Captain is really useful. How I can see him running it, I'm not entirely sure. Possibly Specs, just to click Volt Switch, because other than Donphan, it's pretty free. I mean, Gouging Fire could potentially be a good switch into it, so it could be like Terra Ground, maybe. Also then another Electric Immunity. So that's a possibility there. It could potentially be Calm Mind, Iron Defense. I don't really have a lot of ways of stopping that. So that's just something to consider as well. So I definitely expect the top 3 to come. Cyclizar is very possible. It outspeeds everything, minus the Ribombee, which I say it can't come. I don't realistically think it's worth bringing this week because it's a Toxapex. If there wasn't a Toxapex, I actually think it would probably be really good, but there's like a 1,000,000% chance that Toxapex is coming this week. Cyclizar is possible. I think Spin could be useful. I do have a very good Spin blocker in the Basculegion, which actually checks both his stabs really well. But it does get knock off. It can just U-turn out. He can run. He's had a lot of success with Life Orb this season, so that's very possible too. Cyclizar is a maybe. Ogerpon I wouldn't expect to come. I've got 2 of like the best answers you could get for Grass Ogerpon in Gouging Fire and the Zapdos. More so the Zapdos. All it can really hit me with is Rock Tomb. It could hit Gouging Fire with Rock Tomb or High Horsepower, but Gouging Fire is so fat it can just shrug that off and threaten it out with a Heat Crash. And I also think Ogerpon will suffer from 4-slot syndrome severely this game if it does come. It had to be Cudgel for like the Keldeo and the Donphan, even for my own Ogerpon, to be honest. It will need High Horsepower for the Revavroom and the Gouging Fire. It will probably want U-turn to keep pivoting, probably want Knockoff, to be able to hit, say, like Mesprit quite hard. Swords Dance is a possibility. Encore is a possibility. Like, it really suffers this week. but I don't expect it to come because I think I've got two of the best answers for it. Free, if you include Rev of Room, minus the potential for high horsepower. If he's not running high horsepower, then it just gets walled by Rev of Room. So I'm not necessarily expecting it this week. Rotom, don't really expect much from. Diancie is very possible. I think Trick Room Diancie into me is terrifying. I don't have anything to underspeed it other than a Vampy, or a Donphan would be a speed tie if I went minimum speed investment. So that's got a real possibility of doing a lot of work, especially as it can hit my top 3 for super effective, unless I Terra, like Keldeo. And spoilers, I'm not bringing Ogerpon this week, so I really struggle to kind of take that on. But I have got ways of slowing it down, shall we say, if it does come. Urshifu, I think definitely comes. I think Surging Strikes is pretty free into me, especially as my fire type. As it's probably one of his better ways of hitting Gouging Fire with that mon. I am running sub, so it could be good for him to break sub with it. Keldeo, if I Terra out of water, then I obviously get hit by Surging Strikes there as well. I have got Basky Legion, but he can just chip that down with many of the other things he's got. Otherwise, it's just a really good mon into me, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it. And then Ditto, I'll come back to Toxapex. Ditto is a possibility. He picked it up just before this game. I don't know if he did it on purpose to make me think about it, or if he just wanted it for the remainder of the games, because that was the deadline for transfers for the season. But I have a lot of setup threats. I have obviously been running Calm Mind a lot on Keldeo. I've been running Dragon Dance on Gouging Fire every now and again. I've run Swords Dance on Ogerpon a lot. So there's a lot of setup. There's potential for Quiver Dance, Calm Mind or Coil on Dunsparce, Shift Gear on Rev of Room. There's a lot of setup opportunities here. So I wondered if he'd bring Ditto, but then kind of looking at the overall team, I think he needs some other mons more so than Ditto. The final one is going to be Toxapex. Pex is going to be one of the best things he can do with to deal with Keldeo if I don't tear into something super effective into it. Gouging Fire, the Rev of Room, the Basky Legion, it has to come. I think it might come mixed, if not physically defensive. Possibly specially defensive, and then maybe having Crown Terror for something else to deal with, like some of my other mons. But Pex is coming, so I would predict Darkrai, Landorus, Crown, Urshifu, Diancie, Toxapex. If I was prepping with his team. Anyway, I've gone over the draft, plenty of detail there. Let's just go straight into my team this week. So we've got Keldeo. Shout out to Amber. She really helped me this week with this set. And by that I mean the EVs and suggesting I run Protect on this team. On this Keldeo, because there's going to be a Scarfer to outspeed me. Because I don't think Darkrai will really want to come in on this. Because I will just threaten it with Sacred Sword or potentially Vacuum Wave. So a really simple set. We are Terra Electric, Secret Sword, Surf, Terra Blast, Protect to Scout, Secret Sword and Surf, and Terra Blast. I am Terra Electric. Those three pretty much hit his entire draft for neutral damage minimum. A lot of super effective hits there as well. The EVs allow me to outspeed anything slower than Iron Crown, I believe. So it's allowed me to then invest in a bit of bulk. I also don't need max special attack this week. So Keldeo is probably my end game in this game, really, out of my entire team. What I did, and I made an error in team building. We were doing all the calcs with Stealth Rocks, so we're okay, if I get Stealth Rocks up, this thing two-shots the entire team. I forgot to put Stealth Rocks on the team. So, yeah, hopefully the Keldeo can operate without the rocks. It might just not function as well as we had hoped. We are heavy-duty boots because I think Leo could very much bring Toxic Spikes on the Pex this week, because that Pex is going to be coming in so much, it's going to have so many opportunities to get to click that Toxic Spikes button. Next, we've got Gouging Fire. We're very fat. I know I said I don't think the Ogerpon's coming, but I need to be fat in case it does come. But also, this helps kind of deal with Urshifu. If it's anything but banned, close combat doesn't do half to me, which is wild. I think Life Orb, Adamant Life Orb, might do half to me with close combat. Otherwise, this thing just chews hits, man. It just chews hits. We are Heat Crash and Earthquake. That's the stab I need. I don't need much of it. I say it's the stab. It's the 2 offensive moves I need. Substitute is there, so I can sub in front of Toxapex. I very much expect him, if he's not running Toxic Spikes, to be running the what's it called? Toxic, yeah. And I think he'll look to try and do that on Gouging Fire. And then Morning Sun for recovery. The plan is that if I get a sub up in front of Toxapex, he has to then stay in and take an Earthquake. He can't break my sub. I don't even think a crit gunk shot. A crit gunk shot might break it. That's about the only thing that Toxapex can do, unless it's offensive Toxapex, then that's wild, to break my sub. So I can then just click Earthquake. If I expect him to switch out, I can just get a fat Heat Crash on something. Again, heavy duty boots to stop the hazard damage, because again, I feel like Leo could probably quite freely set up a lot of hazards against me with Lando and Toxapex. Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes could really hurt me here. So we are boots. Next, we've got Zapdos. Shock horror. We are heavy duty boots again. I'm so glad there's no item cap in this league. Volt Switch, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Roost again. Other than Landorus, like, Zapdos is actually really good. Like, Volt Switch is very free in this game if Landorus isn't kicking about. But Landorus is also a risky switch in because obviously I can just click Hurricane. I'm running a mixed bulk variant of Zapdos, as you can see, just to take on a different variation of things. So this will take Surging Strikes from Adamant, Choice Band, Urshifu. Obviously I can switch into close combats. It allows me to take hits a bit better from the Darkrai. What else is there on his team? Obviously I can take hits from the Landorus. The allows me to take Tachyon Cutters a lot better. Psychic Noise can still be an issue from the Crown. So obviously it stops me from roosting, but again, that can give me like a slow Volt Switch out into something that's a bit more threatening into the Crown. Obviously every time this is in against Pex, I can click Volt Switch unless obviously Landorus is still around, but if it is, I can just click Hurricane instead. Heat Wave is obviously there for like the likes of Crown. So like a fat pivot in Zapdos, like I don't have any special attack investment, but even without it, it still threatens his team quite decently. So that's what we're doing with Zapdos this week. Next, we have got the Basque Legion. We went through a few different variations of this mon. By that I mean 2. I originally had AV on it. After some consideration, we just kind of thought, you know what, sod it, let's just stick a Choice Band on here. I'm not running Wave Crash, but hilariously, if I was running Wave Crash and Leo didn't have any physical defensive investment on Toxapex, Wave Crash 2 shots. After rocks, guaranteed. If there's no rocks, it has a chance to 2-shot. Which is hilarious. Basque Legion is stupid. But I don't really think I need to do that. If this thing is in, 99% of the time I'm clicking the flip turn button. Aquajet is a late game option if I do kill the Toxapex. Liquidation allows me just to click a button and do big damage to anything. Urshifu is like probably, I mean, they've got Urshifu and Ogerpon obviously. Urshifu, they'll still take over 50% from a liquidation. Then I have got Psychic Fangs. Just in case I need to hit the Pex harder, say it comes down to Basque Legion Pex endgame, Psychic Fangs will 2-shot even if it's Fizz Death. So that's Basque Legion. Like, it's one of my better checks. I say checks to Urshifu. Depends, obviously. I mean, Surging Strikes will still do a decent amount to me, but my massive HP stat means I'll take, I'll take it fairly well. Yeah, that's Basque Legion. Not a lot else to say. Next, we are running Donphan. Now, in prep, I was always AV on this, but I was thinking to myself, I need to put Stealth Rocks on it. So I either need to put Stealth Rocks on, and take the Assault Vest off, or keep Assault Vest and not run Rocks. And I just completely forgot to even think about it after prepping this team. But actually, I think AV, as you'll see in the game, in the end, was the right call. So we're running Earthquake, Knockoff, Rapid Spin, Play Rough. Actually, this thing actually does really well offensively into Leo's team. Like I said, I don't expect Ogerpon. There is a Landorus, and that is a bit of an issue, but I might be able to knock off, say, a Helmet or a Berry on this thing. I'm not running Ice Shard, which is potentially could bite me in the bum. But I'm running Spin because I've already mentioned that I've got a lot of boots because there is a lot of hazard potential from Leo's team. And just in case there was like a knockoff from Cyclizar or from Darkrai removes those, I feel like I still want to get rid of the hazards, especially for Zapdos and for Keldeo. And then Play Rough allows me to hit the Darkrai. So the AV and special investment here means I can take a +2 Ice Beam from Darkrai. or 2 ice beams if it's not +2. If it's specs, then I'll take 1. I'll take hits basically. I can click the knockoff if I want to get rid of its item. I can click a play rough if I'm feeling like that's the best way to kill it, or earthquake just for solid chip, because I'm not running vacuum wave. But yeah, a bit of attack investment in this. 120 attack with a stab earthquake is nothing to scoff at, to be honest, from Donphan. But actually, it's actually one of my better checks to the what's it called, Iron Crown as well. So that's just something I have to keep in mind. And then finally, we've got the Dunsparce. This is my dedicated answer check to Darkrai. Boom Burst and Earth Power pretty much give me perfect coverage across the whole of Leo's team for neutral damage. We are running Rattled, because there's going to be a lot of dark moves, I think, coming from Darkrai, and taking those plus a Glare means I might then actually be able to outspeed some things, get fast Roost off, get some Boom Burst or Earth Power chip off, that kind of thing, and then Glare. Leo's got quite a few speedy things, but also if I can paralyze the likes of Crown in case it's Agility, or paralyze Urshifu in case it's Scarf, paralyze the Darkrai because it's faster than my entire team, paralyze the Cyclosar because it's faster than my entire team. It's just a really nice option to have here this week. So I've rambled long enough. It's a 16-minute team builder. You love to see it. The game's not short either, so I apologise in advance. So thanks for watching this section, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you for the battle. Right, guys. Hello. We're here for week 6 of the PPL. We're against 6-foot hacks, aka Leo. Terra Electric Keldeo. Let's tell them the terrors. I'll say good luck, have fun, because I'm a bigger person. You know, I wish my opponents good luck, and it tends to work in my favour then. Oh, he has bought Ogerpon. And then Rock Crown. Interesting. Rock Crown is kind of terrifying. So, yes. Let's start searching, because that beats the Zapdos and the... I don't want the home Pokemon again. Oh, we're having to Terrapagos. I have got Earthquake. I'm very surprised about Ogerpon. So what did he not bring that I predicted? Cyclosar. Okay. I can work with that. I mean, the only issue is he clicks the U-turn button on it all the time, I guess, and then gets the initiative of like Lando or Crown. So that's going to be tough for me. I think my best lead is probably Zapdos. Immediate pressure on most things. Lando, we can then scout, see what that does to us, and take it from there, really. I'm very surprised Ogerpon came. Very, very surprised that Ogerpon came. I hope to see it on the lead. I mean, Zapdos offensively into this team, fantastic. So, yeah. We didn't really think about Rock Crown. And we're not running Scarfers. So, Andreas is the Urshifu. Good lead. Good lead. This is Rapid Strike Urshifu, not the Single Strike. So I'm going to click Volt. I don't mind. I mean, I could click Heat Hurricane. Your switching is probably going to be... what is it going to be? I mean, you don't like flying. You just don't like flying. I'm going to Volt. If you go into the Landorus, fair enough. But I could be clicking Hurricane here just as much as... So I think that is... Yeah, he goes into Lando, so fair play. Do I want to stay and see if I'm fast, if this is offensive? We will Hurricane. I have got a lot of bulk. If you click Stone Edge, then you click Stone Edge. This is kind of like my best answer for this. I have got Basculegion offensively. Donphan kind of helps with it. I mean, Donphan could actually be really useful for the... what's it called? Okay, so we get some good chip on it. He gets his rocks up. That's fine. We have got Spin. Do you want to stay in, though, and let me hit this with another Hurricane? Or can we just say I actually just hit a Hurricane? So that in itself is a minor miracle. So let's just check the damage. I'm not invested, so that might not be like a... It might not be a super bulky Landorus. Hurricane... No, it's... It's either a min roll for max HP, or he's Spidef, or he... I'm looking at the wrong Landorus. I want the Landorus Fairy please. I mean, it's the same anyway. Hurricane either low rolled for max HP, or like high rolled max HP, max Spidef. I'm going to click Hurricane again. Land, which is big. So he's Citrus, okay. So he's getting back up, just under half. He clicks Rock Tomb. Okay, fair enough. I think I want to go into my Domfan. Do I want to go into Domfan? What are you going to click now? You're not going to click Earthquake now. I could Roost, because I'll be slower. Just get a bit of health back and scout and see what he wants to do. But we've weakened the Lando, which is nice for Domfan actually. So he Rock Tombs again. Nice. So we can get a Roost off. So that's nice. We get our Roost off. We need to keep this thing healthy. Do I want to click it again? I could just click it again. I don't mind giving up momentum here, but I need to keep Zapdos healthy. And actually, the fact he's running Rock Tomb actually benefits me here because he can't hit me with Earthquake. So he Stealth Rocks, Rock Tomb. That's what we've seen. He's got to have Earthquake, right? He Rock Tombs again. So we are now pretty much at full health. I could go Keldeo. He's not going to be Fly. He'll have to scout and see what I want to do. I could also go Basculegion and just threaten it with the Aqua Jet. How much do you do to my Basculegion? With Rock Tomb. Why are you timid? Let's just go Jolly. Rock Tomb. I feel like he won't do much. Yeah, Rock Tomb doesn't do a lot to my Basculegion. So I'm going to go Basque. Like, I feel like that's probably one of my safer middle play, ground plays here. I click Flip Turn. In comes the, what's it called? Keldeo. He has got Rocks up, I forgot about that. So he's got to fear the Jet here, right? He's got to fear the Jet. I click Flip. Jet will kill this, because he's not got an attack drop on me. Even if he's max HP, max defense with Impish Nature, like he would die. He has a free, what I'm going to assume is probably Helmet Pex. Do I have Ice Shard on my Domfan? So he clicks U-turn. Okay. No, I didn't bring Ice Shard. That's slightly sad, but we'll take it. But we're keeping momentum going, so this is good. If he brings in the Pex, I could just go back into Zapdos and click Hurricane. I haven't revealed that I have Heat Wave yet. Big Dog. Who are you, Big Dog? You are the Pex. Are you Helmet? You're not Helmet. Are you Physical? Basculegion into Toxapex. Flip Turn did 22 to 26. So I think you're Spidef. I go into this. I click the sub button. Right, if he wants to go Lando, that's okay. We'll see if I outspeed. If he's no speed Lando, I mean, he can't break my sub here, right? So I should get a free Heat Crash off if he doesn't switch. If he does switch, which is probable. However, he could go Urshifu, which is a problem because he could actually Rapid Strike me. So I think in prep we're thinking, you know, this thing behind the sub, Yeah, so I click sub. You can't break my sub. Yeah, you toxic. So that's what we kind of thought would come. Now we click Earthquake. He could go Urshifu, but I feel like that's a risk. He might have Haze. I mean, if he didn't bring Haze and I had Dragon Dance on this set, I think I might just win. Chiquita. Who are you? You're the Ogerpon. Okay. So you do nothing. You're not going to Terror on this. If you U-turn, like, you're giving me the Ogerpon, right? I'll click the Heat Crash button, because if you stay and you die, if you miss Stomping Tantrum, fantastic. I am quite fat on this, Gouging Fire. You Encore me. Nice, fair play. Fair play. What can you go into to take advantage of this? The Lando T is a possibility. I mean, I always go Zapdos here, right? It's good to know that set. It's good to know that I get a free substitute up every time on the Toxapex. You Rock Tomb. Okay. Right, yeah. So, are you going to stay in this time? I click Hurricane. I don't die. You click U-turn, right? I know I outspeed the Landorus at least once, so I could roost in front of that. I can also roost in front of this once. Interesting, he's put Rock Tomb on 2 Mon, so my team isn't even quick. He clicks Not. Good play. I have got Spin. Please don't miss this one. That's rough. Encore, Rock Tomb, Knock Off. I didn't see how much that first Rock Tomb done, but I think it does too much. Can you just miss a Rock Tomb to make up for it, please? You actually swap out. Okay. So I can keep this. I just need to spin. Iron King. Okay. We land the Hurricane. Can I get Confusion? That actually does good damage. Is that a crit? It is. We'll take those. And I get the Confusion. So lucky and bad. Right, so I'm going into Donphan. Donphan is what this is basically, like, this is Donphan's job at this point. Because I am AV, I mean, it was here for Darkrai. And I say that in the loosest terms. But I need to spin away these rocks as well. He hasn't got a Ghost type. Click Volt will get a fully confused, that'd be nice. Nice. So that's a free spin. He has to fear this, like, he has to go Lando, right? Could be weakness policy. I think he goes Lando, though, and just keeps clicking and clicks rocks over and over again. But I feel like every time Donphan comes in, I can just click Rapid Spin. I'm just really sad that I don't have my own rocks, because that would help with the Lando massively. Andreas. You are the Urshifu. Is there a world where I outspeed you? Don't think there is. I don't really have a switch into this thing. How much do you do to Keldeo? Let's have a look. Shifu. Are you Rapid? Rapid Strike. Choice Band. Surging Strikes does over half to Keldeo, which is quite frankly disgusting. That's if it's choice banned. If it's not banned, then I don't die, but I can't really take the close combat. Do I sack off the Basky Legion? What is like Aquajet is nice on Basky Legion. That's my only problem. I think I have to go Bask. Just hope he clicks U-turn, or Surging Strikes doesn't somehow kill me. So he strikes me. I actually live this. Doesn't know what item I am yet. I can just get some Aquajet chip on this. The fact I got rocks away means this is staying around a bit longer, which is nice. Yeah, okay, you stay in and kill me. I'll take my chip. U-turn. I do die. Okay, but I get momentum here. So that's nice, at least. This might be a Keldeo play. You're not Scarfed, so Keldeo does outspeed you, which is nice. However, what isn't nice is the fact that I'm pretty sure you just kill everything on my team. Gouging Fire does take the Surging Strikes, and I do out-heal. That's if it's Adamant. If it's Jolly, then I just chew hits from that thing. CC does a max of 42. Gouging Fire is actually stupid. What are you going to go into here? If it goes Ogerpon, no, I go. Okay. I mean, I have to go Gouging Fire here. You could knock off my boots. It's just a lesser evil. I have to click this button. And kill this thing. This is why I need rocks, man. I needed rocks on Donphan. Because the Landorus is low, the Crown is half, this is half. Urshifu would be around half if I had rocks up, unless it's boots. It's probably pads. With him thinking I'd be running a helmet on something. I should also record Urshifu getting a kill on Basky Legion. Like, the Peck switch is probably obvious, right? It probably is. He stays in, he sacks this off, okay. Rock Tomb does nothing to me. So that's nice. So it's not a 6-0. Hashtag not a 6-0. We take those. You go Basky Legion. No, you go into Urshifu though. No, I live. I live any move from Urshifu. Because you're not banded. You're not life orb. So the most you can do to me is 46.3% of the close combat. So I don't think, unless Darkrai is Specs. Alright, what are you? Darkrai probably does kill me, actually. Choice Specs does actually... I actually have a roll to live, but I go into this every time, and I click Glare. If he is Lum and Nasty Bots, then it's probably game over. But I just, in general, didn't really have a lot for this. We do chew it. I am now Speedy McQuick to Dunsparce. Do I Roost? Predicting you to switch out to something. Do I Glare? I think I'll Roost and Scout. You might have Focus Blast, so it might be irrelevant. I should probably do some calcs with that. Dark Pulse again, he's looking for the flinch. Getting Speedy McQuick. Okay, no flinch. are definitely specs. I'm glaring you. This is where I get fully flinched. I'm actually at +2 speed. I don't outspeed this yet. Nearly though. Nearly there. Big dog. Who's that? Toxapex. I don't really want this poisoned. I don't have anything to not be poisoned. So I think this is my Zapdos chance, really. I can't have the Dunsparce poisoned. Click the Toxic. Do I full send a Heat Wave here? Do I full send the Heat Wave? You're either going to sack off Lando or sack off Crown. Heat Wave into Hurricane will kill. So I feel like that's probably the safer play. Do you go Crown? Are you going to this? Okay. Yeah, that's good damage. No burn though. Right, I could go Dom... No, I need to keep Domvan healthy. Because that is basically my check to the... what's his face? Iron Crown, especially if it's like some kind of setups, like, you know, set. Right, so I go into... I mean, this is a free Keldeo, right? It could be AV on... No, I go into you and click Roost. Get myself to full. But this now allows it into Toxic for free. I want to try and keep Keldeo unterred as long as possible. I'm not Serene Grace though, so that's a shame. So if you're Toxapex and you ask for death, Earth Power does less than Boom Burst does. Okay. But we do get the special defense drop chance with Earth Power, so... I can't believe he stayed in. He stayed in again? Is he gonna... He's gonna flinch me this time. No, he's not. The fact he stayed in, even though I've seen... Like, I feel like he's now going to go into the Tox. If he hits me with Dark Pulse here and I don't flinch and I glare him, I am then faster. Okay, he's playing this really well. Yeah, he goes back into this. He gets to click Toxic for free, which is a slight issue, I think. I'm going to Earth Power. Then Roost. Oh, that does some good damage. Maybe that's not speed death. Oh, it's a crit. Oh, we got... Okay. When I crit, I get the second... Oh. Hold. Hold the phone. We Boom Burst. The Hax Gods giving us a chance. Probably should have clicked Roost this turn. He does swaps. This Boom Burst is going to hit someone hard. Javier. Is that the Lando? It is. Is this going to kill? We are so quick right now. Do I outspeed this? Oh, he dies. Okay, I'm just critting Leo left, right, and centre. Works for me. Now. What's dead? Lando. I think the play is... Because Ogerpon's dead. I might not take a hit with Gouging Fire. From the Darkrai. I could still sub up on the Pex. And it's paralyzed. He can't encore me anymore. So there's that to think about. You go Urshifu here. I can't switch into Urshifu. If he goes Urshifu, I think I have to sack Crown. I need to keep this for Darkrai. Okay, you're staying in. I am glaring you. You're due a flinch. You will get a flinch. Because I've crit you 3 times now. Dark Pulse me. I actually think I might outspeed now. At +3. You get the glare off. Does that mean he's not running a fighting move on Urshifu? Well, part of me wants to actually click. So hang on. Lando's dead. Okay, Keldeo is faster than everything. I hit Urshifu super effective. Toxapex super effective. Darkrai super effective. And the Crown, it depends. So I need to find a way to get in Keldeo. So if he goes Big Dog, it's the Pex, okay. I think this is my turn to go into you. Do we know what? I don't think I know what item. I don't know what item the Crown has. And if I do, I'm throwing. I know it's not. It wasn't. What's it called? It wasn't Booster. So Lando's dead. Ogerpon's dead. You don't really like Earthquake, so I think I'm just going to click Earthquake till I die, get Keldeo in. That's my game plan right now. You do switch out. I'm either hitting the Urshifu. Okay, so you're sacking this off. Do I go hard Keldeo? Do I sack myself off to this? I think I Heat Crash and just get a kill. This thing being dead? Big. Keldeo... So I just need to... I think Keldeo can do this. I think Keldeo can do this. Right, you go into Urshifu, that's fine. I sack this off. I'm clicking Earthquake. I Terra Electric, click Terra Blast. And something drops. If I had Vacuum Wave, though... I have to keep Keldeo healthy for this. So I think my sequence is... I Terra Blast Electric. If he lets this go, then he's a madman. I think my players are... He goes into Pex here, right? So I then go hard to Dunsparce, take the Toxic, and I just then click Boom Burst or Earth Power. Probably Earth Power, actually. Maybe Boom Burst first, then Earth Power, because I don't want to trigger a weakness policy on the Crown. Does my Keldeo actually outspeed? It does. Thank you, Amber. If it's obviously Scarfed, I don't think it can kill me with anything. So, Terra Blast, Terra Electric won't kill the Crown. Like I said, it can't kill me in return. He withdraws. This is where having Rocks would be nice. He goes into the Crown. You take the hit.
Do I want to risk taking damage on this? Probably not. Mainly because I don't want to be put in jet range from the Urshifu. Rapid strike. I say Donphan's done its job? Has it? I could go into this. I feel like Earthquake on Donphan is just really nice. I don't know if this is Scarf. If I knew the item, then I've thrown, and that's my fault. Because I could have probably just stayed in and clicked Terra Electric again. Terra Blast, sorry. You click Psychic. That does a lot. I think I glare. He might think I'm choiced, although the rolls don't match up specs, and if I was Scarf, then I would outspeed this. So he does withdraw. Does he go into the dog? The dog. He does go into big dog. I'm going to take the Toxic on this. I'm going to Roost. This is such a he does withdraw. Good play. Good play. Into the Urshifu. Yeah. However, this gives me a free Keldeo. CC probably kills. He doesn't... I don't think he expects me to... I should have Boom Bursted. Yeah, I should have Boom Bursted, because... I mean, it doesn't matter. Didn't think it would matter. So Keldeo comes in. That was a good double on his behalf. Good double. I mean, the glare was so obvious. I say it was obvious. If I had clicked Boom Burst there, that would have probably been the smarter play. But we clicked Terra Blast. This doesn't outspeed me. Dunsparce is dead. Urshifu got another kill. What else got a kill on his side? Darkrai? Maybe got two? Who's dead on my side? Dunsparce, Basculegion. No, it was the Lando that killed Basculegion. No, it was the Urshifu that killed Basculegion. Zapdos died to Urshifu. Let us go. Okay. Donphan might take this home. Might take this home. We'll see what he goes into. Keldeo gets a kill on Urshifu. He goes into this, so he's scarfed. So, I stay in with Keldeo. Do I protect and scout? I'll protect. That's why it's here. I'm going to scout. See what I have. If I had, what's it called though? Vacuum Wave, then click Psychic. Okay. I'm going to take it. Just going to click Terra Blast. See if you're Scarf. If you're Scarf, you're not going to do a lot. You're Scarf. So this shouldn't do too much to me. I say that, it does a lot. Keldeo gets its second kill this game. I think that's game. I think. Stab Earthquake from Donphan. I have a bit of attack investment. Donphan's fat. Toxapex is a Toxapex. It can't do damage. Do I try and preserve differential and be clever? Maybe. I mean, this thing can't hit me anyway, I don't think. I'm going to Terra Blast. Honestly, Terra Keldeo might just be the most broken thing I've ever used in draft. Like, it's... okay, well, that's GG. Sorry, Leo. I say sorry. I clicked Glare about 10 times this game. Obviously, paralysis was a big part. Terra Keldeo is dumb. It's official. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. GG, Leo. That puts us 5-1 for the season, by the way. I think I'm now top seed. Something that no one would have expected this season. But hey, here we are, because we've got some real big names in our division, like Leo, you know, OG Albina, like
Shroom Raver. You know, Shroom's going to get a big old ego boost now. I can imagine him laughing and chuckling. I've just said he's a big name. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. 5-1 for the season, like plus 10 or 11 or something, I think. 9, 10, 11, something like that. That might just seal us playoffs. If not, we'll probably need to get one more win in there just to guarantee it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.